welcome back to Sunbright Spotlight. This is week 6, and we're here with a couple of young men today. Guys, go ahead and introduce yourself, Nathan.
I'm Nathan Van Detlen. I play football, basketball, and baseball.
I'm Zayden McClanahan. I'm a junior, and I play high school football.
I'm Connor Goode. I play baseball, basketball, and football.
Okay, so a couple questions. Coach Krause, unfortunately, couldn't be with us today. It's just me today. Hopefully, we'll have him back for the Stevens sideline. But first question, what has been the biggest challenge for you and your team so far this year? And how are you guys trying to overcome that challenge? Nathan, go ahead. You go first.
The biggest challenge for me was I had to change positions. I've been playing my whole life on the line.
Okay.
Center, tackle, guard, but I got moved to tight end this year.
Okay.
That's where I wanted to be, but I haven't played there before. It's taken a lot of work to memorize some new stuff.
Okay.
For the team, I think it's staying focused and just remembering stuff.
Mm.
There's a lot of miscommunication, but we're working on that. It gets better every day.
Okay. Zayden?
Our biggest thing is the little things. The lining up right, getting the ball, getting to the ball to the whistle. That's our main thing. Is we got to make sure that we do the little things right, so it doesn't become a big thing.
Okay. So do the little things. All right, Connor?
I think our biggest thing is like not talking out on the line and saying like who you're gonna block and stuff.
So communication,
Yeah.
you think is the biggest thing? Okay. What's ways you guys have been trying to fix that? Just talking to each other, saying, hey, we need to talk, guys, make sure we're talking?
Yeah.
Okay. So when the game gets tough, what motivates you to keep pushing? What motivates you to keep pushing when things are going wrong and things are tough?
When things go sideways, what motivates me is the fact that this game needs to be, you need to give 100% every game all the time. And when it comes senior year, you're going to be standing there last game crying because you ain't never going to play again if you don't give it 100%.
Okay. So I like that. So looking back, you don't want any regrets, right? Man, I wish I would have given 100%. Well, right now you got that opportunity, so do it. I can agree with that. I probably look back at my career and wish I would have done some things different. So don't have any regrets. Okay, go ahead, Zay.
It's my junior year, and I feel like if I show out, then that's what motivates me to just keep going. I got one more year left after this. It's just keep going.
Be the best you can be.
Yeah.
Okay. Connor?
The thing that motivates me is my dad yelling at me on the sidelines.
No, a goat would never do that. All right. So what's one part of the game you've really focused on improving this year?
This year I've been focused on improving my skills at tight end. It's new to me and I want to be the best I can.
Okay. What's some specific skills you need at tight end?
Learning where to go.
Okay, the plays. Probably tight end's kind of an interesting position because you got to be a good blocker and you've got to have good hands too.
Yeah.
So it's a tough position. Okay, Zayden?
My speed.
Speed?
Yeah,
Okay,
my
speed
speed.
train.
I've been working on it over the summer, over these past months and stuff. And I've improved a little bit, not much, but
Okay.
I've improved though.
Well, keep working at it. All right, Connor?
On running the ball.
Running? Running hard, running,
Just find
being
like,
quicker, or finding holes?
Yeah, find the
Finding the holes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so silly question. Who's the funniest guy on your team? And what's the funniest thing they've done at practice, school appropriate? Nathan, go
That's
ahead.
a tough question. I think I'll say, who's on my team again?
So you're saying there's a lot of choices?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll go to Connor. We'll let Nathan think about it. Connor?
Well, there's really no one on our team that's really funny.
Okay. Everybody's locked in?
Yeah.
They're serious? Okay. So no joking around going on that practice. Okay. All right.
Ozzy Freeman.
Ozzy? What's the funniest thing Ozzy's done? School appropriate.
Okay. A couple weeks ago, we were practicing and it was raining. There was a big lightning strike, and then all I hear is Ozzy yelling and booking it back to the locker room.
That Ozzy does have that
his very
ear-piercing scream that you can hear from across the field.
Yeah,
Like he's got that
it's
voice.
his high-pitched voice that is just there.
Nathan, what'd you decide? What'd you come up with?
I have decided that the funniest person on our team would be Logan Robbins.
Okay.
He just does the goofiest stuff. He asks stupid questions, but it's funny and it makes sense.
Okay.
Standing there on the line, like, huh? What are we doing again? I know that was a hard hit, but
So-
you've got to know where you're going, man.
So Logan's, he's not always
Yeah.
dialed in. Sometimes he's somewhere else, right? In his mind. Okay. All right, guys. Anything else you want to add? Anything you want to say to the fans or anybody watching?
No.
Come out Friday. Be there. Support.
And Thursday.
Yeah, and Thursday. Of course, we're airing this on Thursday, so the middle school boys will play tonight. You guys play Oakdale tonight, right?
Yep.
At home. And then our high school boys play versus Unaka tomorrow night. It's homecoming night, so this is homecoming week this week. We've had a lot of fun with different games and dress-ups and things like that. But hopefully we'll get 2 wins this week. So anything else, guys? Okay, thanks for coming on. Next up, we'll have our Stevens Sideline segment. All right, welcome back. We're at our Stevens Sideline segment of the show. We got Coach Crouch back with us. All right, we're glad to have him back. Coach Stevens, thanks for joining us again. Homecoming week this week. Got Unaka tomorrow night. Of course, this will air tomorrow, so technically it'd be tonight, I guess, when this airs. But looking for a big win on homecoming night. So, first question: What's been the biggest challenge for you and your team so far this season, and how are you guys working to overcome that?
I feel like our biggest obstacle at the beginning of the season was getting our kids to just buy in and selling out to believing in themselves and their teammates that they can be successful. And we've had glimmers of success. We've shown that we can be a good football team at times. We've let some games get away from us that, haunts us to this day. We lost by 2, lost by 6, in some games that I felt like we, 1 or 2 plays could have gone our way. The outcome would have been different. But I feel like the biggest obstacle was just overcoming, the culture of the team that we inherited. A team that just was willing to throw in the towel early when things didn't go their way. And we're still working to overcome that. So I feel like that's the biggest obstacle, just our mindset in general.
So when things get tough, like in those games, like you're in the game and things start to get a little sideways, how do you motivate the guys? What motivates you to keep pushing and keep fighting for a chance to win?
Just a reminder that the scriptures say where there's labor, there's profit. We've worked Monday to Thursday just as hard as any other team that we're going to play, and if we just put it together, we'll get paid for it. So where there's labor, there's profit. Where there's lip service, there's poverty. We just can't talk about doing what we want to do. We've got to go out and do it. So the biggest motivator for me is just understanding that that's why we play. We're blessed with an opportunity to get to play, go out, let the chips fall where they fall. Not everything is about winning on the scoreboard. It's about being a winner, and there's a difference there. So just encourage our kids, be a winner, attack your work, give everything you got, and if that's good enough, great. If it's not, we'll try again on Monday.
So when it comes to your coaching, what's something you've tried to improve more than anything else this season? Did you feel like you just wanted to try and get better at coaching?
Communication is the key to success, I feel like. So just, being able to communicate more thoroughly to everyone. Like I've said on this podcast before, or broadcast, whichever one you want to call it. I have coached for a long time, but I've never been a head coach at this level. And it is different. So just having to understand that I've got to effectively communicate with my entire coaching staff week in and week out to put our kids in the best position possible. Then I have to be able to communicate thoroughly and effectively to every kid, even though every kid is different. And the way they respond to, communication. I'm a loud individual by nature, but not every kid responds, well to getting their honey and shoot.
Yeah.
Not every kid responds well to, a quiet individual. So like you have to find that, find what works for each player, each coach, and just communicate effectively with everyone. So we just tried to work on that mostly.
So, we always ask you a goofy, funny question. This week we want to know who's the funniest kid on the team, and what do they do that makes you laugh, and where things that happen in practice where you just kind of like, all right, we're gonna have to sit here and laugh at that because that was pretty funny.
I don't know. I was in here and heard Zayden's answer, and I would have to say Ozzy. I mean, and it's not one thing in particular. It's just he is a good kid, and he is fun to be around. He's always, he's always doing something. Every time I walk in the locker room, it's like, sit down, Ozzy. Sit down. So it's just, he keeps you on your toes. He's a good kid, and he's definitely the one in the, the one with the voice that resonates the most. You hear him as soon as he walks in the building.
Yeah, he played basketball too, and he would definitely be my answer.
What about coaches? Who lightens who's the funniest coach?
Man, we have a lot of coaches that just their subtle humor, it's not even, they're not even trying. It's just, I'd say Brian Hamby.
Yeah.
I'd say Brian. And like I said, it's not him always cracking jokes. It's just his dry sense of humor he's always taking jabs at somebody, and they don't realize it all the time.
So you wouldn't say Drake Nicholas?
No, he's giving everybody a run for their money. He could be a comedian.
Anything you want to say to the fans and anybody watching?
Come out, support your kids. They've worked hard. Great opportunity to get a region win, get a homecoming win. It's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. But I think that our kids are motivated to try and get this thing flipped. We agreed last Friday after our loss that in order for us to reach our goals, things had to start changing this week. So the challenge was make this week better than all the weeks previous. If you do the same thing over and over and expect a different result, that's insanity. Mm-hmm. So we had to really bring it this week. Coaches, players, everyone's been dialed in. And I feel like we've put in the work. It's time to go get paid.
All right. Anything else, Coach Crouch?
I'm good.
So this is week 5 of week 6 of the week six of the spotlight. Also, it's officials appreciation week, so we want to say thank you to all the officials that spend time, reffing these games for these guys, and we couldn't do it without any of those guys. Couldn't make it an actual game without those guys, so we appreciate all of them. But other than that, I think that's it. And everybody come on out and support homecoming night against Unaka this week, and let's have I'd love to see the whole stadium just absolutely packed. I mean, especially homecoming night. Keep supporting these boys, coaches. They're working hard. But other than that, I think we're good.
Sweet.